In chemistry and in science in general, we often have to convert between different units when we make measurements. In order to do those conversions, one of the really great methods for doing this is called the ladder method. And so with the ladder method, I've got a nice image here I found on the internet that describes it. You've got this ladder of unit prefixes. In a prior video, I showed you that kilo stands for 1,000. And then on the other end, milli is 1,000th. And there's a ladder of units that you talk about. So just like it says in the image, step 1, look at your starting point, count the jumps to your ending point, and then you just move the decimal, that number of steps, in the same direction that you went up or down the ladder. So for example, I've got, let's say I made a measurement of 1,492 milliliters, and I want to know how many liters that is. Well, step 1, determine my starting point. Well, my starting point is mils, so that's right here, milli. And then I count how many steps to my ending point is liter. Now the liter is a basic unit. There's no prefix in front of that. So I'm going from milli to liters, and that is, let's count the steps. 1, 2, 3 steps from milli to liters. And so what I need to do is move the decimal 3 steps in that same direction. Now again, I moved left, right? 1, 2, 3. So where is my decimal point? I don't see one in this number down here, the 1492. So the first tip that I need to give you is that if you don't see a decimal point, then it's invisible and it's hiding at the end of the number right here. So I need to move that 3 steps to the left. 1, 2, 3 steps. It's going to go between the 1 and the 4, which means my answer is 1.492 liters. And that's it. We just counted how many steps from milli to liter. It was 3, moved it in that direction, and we were done. Let's do another one. 26.2 milliliters. This one I already have the decimal point right here, so that's convenient. And again, I'm going from mils to liters. So once again, it's going to start here, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 steps up to liters. So 1, 2, 3 steps. I had to go 3 steps left, but there isn't enough digits in my original number to deal with that. So what do? Well, anytime you run into a situation with this method where you have to move the decimal past a space where there is no digit, you just add a 0 right there. So in my answer, I'm going to put the decimal right where the arrow is, and then for that space, I'm entering a 0. In the next slot, I have a 2, then a 6, and a 2. And that is my answer, 0.0262 liters. Some of you are wanting to put a 0 in front of the decimal, and you may do that as well, just as long as that decimal is in the correct spot. That leading 0 is optional. So 26.2 milliliters is equal to 0.0262 liters. Let's do one in the different direction. Okay, now we're looking at liters. So I'm starting right here, and I'm trying to go to milliliters, for example 3, so I'm going to end here. Now this time I'm going 1, 2, 3 steps to the right. So I'm going to move the decimal place to the right. Okay. Here's my decimal. I'm going to copy that over here so I have more space. 1 space, 2 spaces, 3 spaces to the right. And again, I've got a situation where I had to move it past some empty spaces, and I'm going to add zeros right there. So my decimal is going to go at the end, right where the arrow is. I have a 4, a 5, and 2 empty spaces leaves 0, 0. And that's my answer. 4,500 milliliters is the same as 4.5 liters. Let's just do one last one. I've got 1.2. This time I'm going from kilometers to centimeters. So I need to go from kilo to centi. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps right. Okay. 1.2, I need 5 steps right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put my decimal right there now, and I will fill in the spaces with zeros. I've got a space here, 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 and here. The answer is 120,000. And remember, my final units I'm looking for is centimeters. And that makes sense, right? 1.2 kilometers, that's almost a mile. And a centimeter is only this long. So if I need to count how many of these there are in a length that's almost a mile, yeah, that's going to be a lot, 120,000. That's all there is to it. The latter method is really slick. I encourage you to use it.